I would find imagery, sketch the imagery, then trace the imagery, and then start to place it. I would do a master drawing from that, tracing all the little elements so that they all have a place, and then that final master drawing is then traced onto tracing paper, then put on the fabric, and I use a carbon paper to transfer the whole drawing onto the work, and then I start stitching. And I always found it's like, stepping into a cold pool. I found doing this part first, starting off and I kind of worked from this side to that side, moving along, that just doing this very simple stuff gave me that, like, okay, I can do the next part, yes, this is good. And sometimes, like, just doing this area, like, I wasn't sure, I would always choose a palette of colors first that I was going to work with, but then, how am I going to be doing this? And so doing the side areas helped me to figure out how I would do this more complicated area. It was like music, like where you're, improvising. I knew what, I had the notes, I had the colors, but where I would put them, I wasn't sure until I actually, laid it down. I had to take that, jump into the water, and start stitching. So that worked. Some of the panels have, quite a bit of stitching, but overall it feels like there's still quite a bit of room to breathe, because I think it would have been overwhelming to have the whole thing filled in. I was thinking about artists like Seurat, where he would put, just colors beside each other, and because they're side by side, they create this other color, and I was really enjoying that. I have many more than 18 to 24 colors, and so I'm just trying to figure out, I put them side by side and lay them out just like when I used to work at a fabric store. I liked seeing them side by side and they would talk to each other. And then she told me that Van Gogh had a box of yarns, and he always kept them with him, and they actually displayed it in Chicago at a show, where you could see that he then took the thread and twisted it together, and so you could see that he was thinking about the way one color speaks to the other color and creates this other kind of vibration. And so when I was doing this modern, AI kind of stuff, just trying to use colors that were kind of acidic and very modern, like the whole neon colors, they didn't come into play until the middle of the 20th century. So that's a new thing. There wasn't neon colors except if you were an insect that was, illuminating. But yeah, I wanted to try and create those have color resonating against each other.